blame the U.S. retail apocalypse on hedge funds and financialization, not Amazon and Walmart. America is in the midst of a retail apocalypse. 6,800 chain stores are closing this year. It's true that online retailers and winner-take-alls like Walmart have delivered the coup de grace that finished off these stores, but the conditions that made them weak enough to kill are driven by Wall Street, not Walmart. The common factor shared by the disparate, struggling and bankrupt retailers Toys R Us, Claire's, Nordstrom's, Macy's, Sears, Penny's, Circuit City, Sports Authority, Payless, Radio Shack, etc. is that they are saddled with crushing, inescapable debt that they took on when they were acquired by hedge funds that loaded the debt on as a way of strip mining the companies. Also, they increasingly rely on predatory scorecards that can be used as cover for more financialization, debt loading, and extraction by investors who profit even, especially, when their investments go bust. Indeed, many of these companies are profitable, and some even experienced sales growth, even as they are circling the drain, because any dollar that comes in goes straight to debt service. What's more, the structure of this debt is such that the payments these companies owe are about to balloon, guaranteeing the end of the line for them. Amazon and Walmart may push these companies over the brink, but America's financial engineers brought them to that brink. Just $100 million of high-yield retail borrowings were set to mature this year, but that will increase to $1.9 billion in 2018, according to Fitch Ratings Inc. And from 2019 to 2025, it will balloon to an annual average of almost $5 billion. The amount of retail debt considered risky is also rising. Over the past year, high-yield bonds outstanding gained 20%, to $35 billion, and the industry's leveraged loans are up 15%, to $152 billion, according to Bloomberg data. Even worse, this will hit as a record $1 trillion in high-yield debt for all industries comes due over the next 5 years, according to Moody's. The surge in demand for refinancing is also likely to come just as credit markets tighten and become much less accommodating to distressed borrowers. America's retail apocalypse is really just beginning. Matt Townsend, Jenny Surain, Emmett Orr, and Christopher Cannon / Bloomberg. Creutzfeldt-Jakob is the most common member of a family of disorders that affect people and animals called transmissible spongiform encephalopathies. The diseases eat holes in the brain, leaving it looking like a sponge, hence the name. The other human ailments include Kuru, fatal familial insomnia, and Gerstmann-Straussler-Scheinker disease. In animals, the spongiform disorders include mad cow disease and scrappy in sheep and goats. Another form, chronic wasting disease, is having a devastating effect on wild deer, elk, and moose. It is highly contagious among the animals. The leading theory for the cause of these diseases is that a healthy protein normally found in the body somehow folds into an abnormal shape, a prion, and then sets off a chain reaction in which other normal proteins also misfold, clump together, and cause brain damage. Dr. Stanley Prosiner, at the University of California, San Francisco, coined the term prion and won the 1997 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for research on the diseases. In the new study, Dr. Zhou and his colleagues collected skin samples from patients and sent them for testing to the Rocky Mountain Laboratories in Hamilton, Mont, part of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Byron Kaagi, a senior investigator at the laboratories, said the scientists wanted to find out whether skin could be used to make a Creutzfeldt-Jakob diagnosis more easily, something he said would be especially helpful in countries where brain biopsies, spinal taps, or autopsies would be difficult or impossible. The researchers used a highly sensitive assay to look for prions in skin samples from 23 patients, including 21 with the sporadic form and 2 with the new variant. They also analyzed skin from 15 people who did not have Creutzfeldt-Jakob, as controls. The assay found prions in all 23 patients and in none of the controls. The researchers also injected brain or skin extracts from 2 patients directly into the brains of mice that were specially developed to be vulnerable to the human disorder. All the animals developed prion diseases, but the skin extracts took much longer to make the animals sick. Shooting infectious material directly into the brain is an extreme measure with high odds of spreading disease, so the study does not imply that skin poses any risks in real life, Dr. Kaagi cautioned, adding that more research is needed to determine what the findings mean.